How about the story of Lance Moss? We know Lance Moss also not only in sprint cars, but a former NASCAR late model racer as well.
Yes, sir. He can drive anything with wheels under it. And tonight he's driving the wheels off his sprint car. Blistering this track.
Number 11 off the pace there. That's Gareth Palmer in the 11 on the inside off of 2. And Lance Moss working through lap traffic, trying to get around that 58 machine of Nate Even.
Right now, the first place car coming way down, coming into turn 3. Is sliding out of turn 4 right now. He has got a substantial lead on the second place driver.
Phenomenal lead out in front as they come across the line, another lap in. They will be coming to halfway here in just a few laps. And there it is. 13 down, 12 to go. In this 25-lap feature for the Trivadine Lubricants Carolina Sprint Tour here at Harris Speedway. Bronte Lawson making quick move on the inside out of 2 on the wing machine of Palmer. Meanwhile, Lance Moss is gone in 23 from Cherryville, North Carolina, pulling away from the pack. Nobody can catch him.
Right now it's Lawson, and he's being the long arm of the law right now.
Yes,
he
sir.
is dominating this race.
The roar, the speed, the sounds here on CRN, the sprint cars. By the way, this is history tonight on CRN, Bruce. Our first time ever covering a sprint car race on CRN Sports Network.
There we go.
It's never been done before.
Well, we're seeing a fantastic race right now, but the 23 car is really getting after it right now. As he goes flying down all by himself in the back straightaway. Lawson sliding on a 4, pedal to the metal, and he is hammered down as he comes out of turn 2.
Dale, I'll tell you what, Lance Moss, he is gone. Man, nobody can catch him at 23.
He is in his own zip code right now. He's on Highway 74 heading to Cherryville. He's so far out front.
Heading back to his hometown. Kevin McElveen on the flag stand. Will show them 5 to go. This time by 5 laps remaining. Lance Moss has checked out on the pack. 5 to go. 5 remaining. What a job.
23 car going around some lap traffic coming out of turn number 4, but it's still Lawson showing the way as he is just cruising down the back straightaway.
Time running out. There's Lance Moss coming to the line. 3 to go. 2 to go. Next time by. When they come to the start-finish line, it'll be 2 laps to go for the driver, Lance Moss. Nobody can catch him, Dale. He's gone.
Yeah, unless he has something mechanical or something happen, he's got this one.
Just got to put it on his spots one final time.
He's checked out. One more time around. The driver of the number 23. Final time down the back straightaway. Another winner on the Carolina Sprint Tour. It's Lance Moss in 23, taking the double checkered flag here at Harris Speedway. Bronte Lawson, the 4th, will finish 2nd. Batman, Chance Woodard, will finish in 4th as the rest of the Wing Warriors cross the start-finish line. What a show. And there's the man, number 23, Lance Moss, the winner here at Harris Speedway, gentlemen.
What an impressive win. A lot of drama at the very beginning of this race. Took some of the go-fasters maybe out, but that was an impressive race right there by that first place winner.
Barely saw him put a wheel out of place. As one time on lap traffic, he had to take a different set coming off turn 4. Other than that, flawless watching that young man wheel this thing. So Lance Moss getting the victory, making his way to the scales now. And a couple of the cars going through the mud, and don't blame them because the guys that normally don't have trouble at the scales didn't come up where they wanted to be, so I don't blame them a bit.
You remember during the qualifying, we had some scale issues. So it'll be interesting to see how everything comes out here. But I tell you, the incident at the beginning of the race, you put your points leader out of the race. He doesn't even. He not only does he get a DNF, but he doesn't even get a start in this race. And so he's going to be, points-wise, this is going to be a very, very tough time for him coming in with that incident that took place. And he was very, very animated.
Yes.
It's a good word, I think.
Was not happy at all with what he saw going on in front. But Lance Moss getting it done just as smooth as he could be. Some of the fastest laps we've seen here at Harris Speedway.
I mean, these cars, like I said earlier, they turn 12-second laps, and I mean, without even a blink. And I mean, think about it. They just ran 25 laps.
Mm-hmm.
In about and with a caution, in about 15 minutes.
Yes, sir.
So I mean, it's amazing what they did.
Wesley's making his way down to Bantam Chef Victory Lane to join Bumper Jack Craig down there with Lance Moss.
Well, I'll tell you right now, that was an impressive run for that car. And we're going to be getting an interview with him shortly as Wesley is hurriedly going down to the Bantam Chef Restaurant Victory Lane.
Well, one thing for certain, when this night's in, there's going to be a new winner on the Tribadine Lubricants Carolina Sprint Tour. From pavement NASCAR late models to wing warrior status on dirt, the Lance Moss from Cherryville wins. Always good seeing you, my friend. J&J Race Cars entry. What a phenomenal job, Lance. First off, what's your take of what happened over here on the start with Vardell and, of course, Lawson and Tucker, who had a bullseye on his chest, obviously, coming into tonight's race, but you get the win?
Well, I didn't really see what happened. I just seen them jump tires, so I couldn't really tell what happened, to be honest with you. But, I like to thank the good Lord for a good finish. I'd like to dedicate this win to a really special friend of mine who died of cancer 2 weeks ago. He's been on my pit crew since I've been, I'm going to say, probably 19 years old. So I want to dedicate that to him. And I'd like to thank Bronzy Lawson for letting us use this little Moss motor. And, hey, she's on the rail tonight, wasn't she?
A good show. Once you jump out to the lead, shades of my old announcing days of USCS, you still can get it done.
Well, I sure appreciate it. It's a fun little racetrack. And, hey, it's on the gas tonight now.
Definitely. Hey, Harris, North Carolina, what do you think? Let's give Lance Moss a round of applause. What a phenomenal job for the man they call the Jet. What a great job. Thunder Bomber Future Division coming up next. Dale, Bruce, back up to you guys on CRN.
Thank you, thank you there, Wesley. And, again, congratulations. What a great run for the 23 car there. And, he took it from the start to the finish, kept it out front, kept it out of trouble. Congratulations on a great run.
Unless something broke on that car, the only thing was going to stop him would have been a Rutherford County Sheriff's officer with a radar gun.
And we got him up here with us. I'm looking at him. He's probably saying, man, they were going way too fast.
Yeah, Captain never believed this. I
don't know if I've got this thing tuned right or not, right?
You done blowed every tube in my picture taker.
Outstanding race tonight. And I tell you, these sprint cars, they never, ever disappoint.
No, sir.
They put on a show. We saw a car going into turn 2 during the heat races, and he got up on the wall, was able to get that car back flat and didn't get turned over. And then in the beginning of the race, we had a car actually get some air, but he was able to control it and was able to keep that car stable, but he was not able to start the race, and that was the points leader. So just a great race, and we're just really glad it was a safe race. There was some drama there at the beginning, but congratulations to the 23.
Already had some Harris regulars come up and say, hey, ask them to come back and bring more with them.
Oh, woo!
Man, that was fun.
And, you know, anything's possible. Let's do it, right?
Yes, sir.
It's good. This is a good track for these cars. I mean, absolutely great track for these cars.
And getting the winner across the Speedway now, we'll get our Thunder Bomber Futures rolling out, I believe, next.
We've seen some great racing tonight, Dale.
Yes, sir.
We
We
really
still got
have.
some good ones.
Oh, yeah, and we ain't done yet.
Yep, Thunder Bomber Futures, Renegade, Young Guns, and then Crate Sportsman to wind everything up.
Yeah. And I understand there's a bomber division. There was two divisions where someone can move up.
Right.
You know, they've divided the division. Talk about that a little bit. You know, what that's about.
It's to give folks that haven't had a win in V8 car in a long time a chance, or guys who have never won a V8 race. They can run this Thunder Bomber Futures division. Now, if you get about 5 wins, they're going to say, it's time to move up to A. You need to step up because your game's pretty good now. You can run with the big boys.
Yeah.
But there was a few nights last year we had up in the mid-20s. And a couple of tracks said, we need to split these up. And I'm glad we're still doing it here at Harris this year. A couple of weeks ago, we had 20 in one group. We had 15 in the other group, and it was some great racing. Tonight we've got, I believe, 16 in this Futures group. If they all can make the starts, this is good stuff.
Hey, Dale, Sean Vardell and Mike Sellers wanted me to ask the crowd, who would love to see the Carolina Sprint Tour come back this year? How about it? There you go. Chastity and, is it Joe? Chastity and Joe, if you're listening.
And Mitchell up on the flag stand. We
Mitchell
want
too,
sprint
yes.
cars back.
They want the sprint cars to return.
Let's get a return engagement set.
And more of them, obviously, yes.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
I'm betting some might have had issues
the
last
weather
night.
scared a lot of people off last night, too, for sure. Yeah.
Weather, and if you break something
I know.
Friday night,
I know for a fact when I started working on my announcer notes for this on Wednesday, there were 5 cars from Texas and Arkansas that were planning on coming, and then they got cold feet because of the weather and didn't show up. So do the math. 15 here, 13. That would have been a 20-car field.
Well,
yes, sir.
And a national field at that. I mean, we had some folks from North Carolina. We had some folks from, like what you said, Washington.
We had New York drivers up
New
here,
York
too.
drivers.
Yes,
so,
sir.
I mean, this is really a national touring season, a series, rather. And they put on a show tonight. There's no doubt about that.
Fun times for sure.
Yes,
All
sir.
right, Dale, what's up next? We got bonus broadcast for you, coverage on CRN Sports Network of Short Track Saturday night. Of course, the main event was the sprint cars, but we got, what, three other races, 4 other races left?
4 other races to go.
Yeah.
Make sure I'm telling us the right one next. I've got so excited. I forgot what's running next.
Thunder
It is Thunder
Bomber.
Bomber Futures.
Yeah, that's it.
Then Renegade Stock 8 combination, then the S&S Renovations Young Guns, and then we'll finish everything off with our Crate Sportsman. So a lot of V8 racing still to go, and the Young Guns, the future of the sport, watching these kids get out here and go at it.
Okay.
So hopefully we getting everybody in position and be set to roll them off here in a minute. I see Mitchell pressing the button on his headset, so that means he must be about to give them the high sign. Let's go.
And, I mean, there's a bunch of cars out there.
Yes, sir.
If you have left the track packing it up, God bless you all. Be safe heading home. Happy Father's Day to you and yours. Dale, y'all race here at Harris next Saturday night?
Yes, sir. Be back at it next Saturday. Make sure you check us out on Facebook,
Yes, sir.
see what's coming up. And then on Friday night, July 3rd, we'll be here with the late models, Blue Ridge Outlaws. And they're on the track now. Danny Pops Edmonds in the 115. They're over 60 years old on that front row. Car number 61, Marty Reed on the car. It says the old man. So we've
Let's give them the lineup.
Got 2 old guys up on the front row. Last week's winner, Jordan LeClaire, he's in the 21. He'll start inside row number 2. Heath Henderson in the 555. Little Caesars ride. He'll start outside row 2. Jason Green, he's been to Bantam Chef Victory Lane several times here at Harris Speedway. He starts in the 5th spot. And the 11 car, that is the former David Wells car. And that is Hannon driving that one. Hannon in the 11 now. We got a couple of newbies over there, and they took our cheat notes because they needed them for scoring.
There ain't nothing like drinking a Pepsi. with red clay dust on it.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely, that's right.
It's that cinnamon powder.